Hello all, JT here. By now you probably know about our Lattice Manager at lattice.gridplus.io. But did you know that you can also run a local instance of something we call the Lattice Connect V2 right from your desktop? Yes, you can manage a local connection to your Lattice easily in just a few quick steps. Lattice Connect version 2 is an open source project which provides Lattice1 owners the ability to run their own HTTP server at home. It routes all messages between their Lattice over their own local network as an alternative to relying on our GridPlus servers for transaction routing. By default, communication between apps and a Lattice1 route through cloud infrastructure provided by GridPlus. Any messages sent to and from your device are always encrypted and remain secure. However, we believe Lattice1 owners should be able to manage this service themselves if they so choose. So why use Lattice Connect? Running Lattice Connect yourself provides several advantages, including the fastest message routing possible and provides the highest amount of privacy available. The best part, there are 0 configuration changes required on the Lattice itself, and the whole process can be completed in less than 5 minutes. For Windows and Mac, refer to our docs.
Why don't you be quiet for a second and let your teacher Logic Beat show them how to do it already?
You don't have to be so rude.
My child.
Fine, let's get started.
First, make sure you have version 16 or higher of Node.js installed. You can install the version for your system here. I'll be using Mac. But since I am more comfortable in a terminal, I'll install here. And as you can see, I already have version 18 installed, which is the latest at the time of recording. Now go over to the GridPlus GitHub repository and grab the source code. I'm just going to copy paste this command and drop it right into my terminal. Then change your directory to the Lattice Connect V2/Connect folder. Listing the files within this folder, I can see a few different things, but what I'm looking for is to list all of the files, which includes hidden files. I want to open the .direct.env file. I use Nano as my text editor. What you'll want to do is replace your admin client host with your host name for your Lattice1. On Lattice firmware version 16, which is the latest at time of recording, you can find your host name in System Preferences, in Device Info, see SSH host, and the string that you're interested in is after the dash. We'll just go ahead and replace that in our direct.env file. All right, next is to build and start the server. From inside the Connect folder, run npm -i. And now you can see that it pulled down all of the necessary dependencies. So now we will npm run start:direct to start the router server. What we're interested in seeing here is that it says MQTT client connected. And what this means is that the Lattice Connect version 2 software is now connected directly to your Lattice. If you don't see this, there's a few things to check. Double check that your admin client host value within the direct.env file is correct. It's 11 characters, and just make sure that you get the case correct and that it is followed by .local. If there are no issues, your Lattice is now connected to the Lattice Connect version 2 software, and we can now move on. Next, you will want to download and install the Frame wallet. You can grab this desktop app from frame.sh and run the installer for your system. Make sure that you grab the Frame companion app for your browser as well. This is so you can interact with dApps throughout Web3. After you have installed Frame, get your Lattice and accounts connected to it. Instructions on how to do this are included in the description. From the settings panel in the upper right of the Frame window, scroll down and you can see Lattice Relay option. Click Default, switch to Custom, and then input http:// and in our case, we are going to input localhost since Lattice Connect is installed on the machine we are currently using. Be sure to include :8080 at the end. And now you can see the relay already beginning to work. If you're using another device, such as a Raspberry Pi or a server within your network, be sure to change localhost here to the IP address to that device. Now go ahead and test it out. Transactions should now be routed directly to your Lattice Connect version 2 software and then directly to your Lattice. And with that, it looks like it was a success, and now all of your transactions are now routed locally and are much more snappy. Back to you, JT.
Thank you, Logic Beach, for your demonstration of Lattice Connector V2. For more information, please refer to our documentation at GridPlus.io, which contains more extensive implementation guidelines. On behalf of the GridPlus team, my name is JT. Cheers and big hugs from Kansas City.